T&D Sports, an exclusive video broadcast. T&D Sports Video presents the high school football game of the week. Today, it is the Arrows of Sachem East traveling to Lake Ronkonkoma to take on Sachem North. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Sachem High School North right here in Lake Ronkonkoma for our T&D Sports Video game of the week. My name is Mike Trezza, joined by John Perez. And John, let's talk about Sachem East for just a moment. They come into this game with a 2-3 mark on the season. They've had some injuries on the offensive side of the ball, and they're a little bit in scramble mode trying to figure it out right now.
But the best thing about it is they've got their local rivals right in front of them, and anything can happen when these two teams meet. You can throw the records out the window. For Sachem East, it's all in front of them after this game. But let's stick with Sachem East today. It's a young, feisty team. A lot of question marks, but that means a good opportunity for guys to step up.
And one of those guys we expect to step up is number 13. He's a multi-purpose player, Cody Quinn-Livin.
Yeah, Quinn-Livin has been fantastic. A running back. They use him in the Wildcat. He could even throw it. Coach Tony Gambino has been on his coaches to open up the playbook, get a little bit more creativity there. So that's what they're hoping that Quinn-Livin can provide today.
And Sachem North, they come in with a 3-2 mark on the season. Their only two losses were to Ward Melville and to Floyd. So they're coming in a little bit hot. You see their roster on your screen, and they've got a number of skilled kids who can beat you in a number of different ways.
Yeah, and they were a point away from knocking off Floyd all the way back in week one. The player that we're going to watch today is Luke LaRocca, the quarterback, because he's got all those skill position players to throw to. Someone that Coach Dave Caputo has known since he was in the second grade, said he's made for these moments. Only a junior, a lot of upside, and I'm expecting to see a good performance out of LaRocca today.
There you take a look at LaRocca on your screen. Just a junior, but a second-year starter here at Sachem North. Taking a look at our coaching matchup for Sachem East. It is Tony Gambino's in his first season, and here at Sachem North, it is Dave Caputo in his 8th season. We'll take a quick break and be back with the opening kickoff right after this. Just about set for the opening kickoff from here at Sachem North. Mike Trezza, John Perez on hand, along with our T&D Sports crew to bring you this one.
They want you guys to stand closer to the front, maybe on the stairs.
Sachem East in the white with the red numbers. Low line drive kick is handled by Spira. Spira takes it out to about the 40 where Sachem North will start.
Yeah, Jake Spira, one of those guys that's going to get the lion's share of the carries coming out of the backfield, is a good runner, but not one of their key returners. And they like him in that spot because how many players out in Suffolk County can just bang one through the end zone, so he's better on short kicks and sets up good field position for North.
1st and 10 for Sachem North, the home team in the black uniforms, white numbers. They will move from left to right here in the first. Just underway, first offensive series coming up for LaRocca. LaRocca has Spira to his right. Hands off Spira. They've got him stopped in the backfield, and they throw him for a loss of 2.
That was a great job by Daniel Mitchell to get back there, the junior. First one in there. Check that. That's actually Jack Martinez, the senior, wearing number 71. Does a good job getting right through the offensive line and nothing doing for Spira.
Martinez, a top 100 player from Newsday to start the season. He's the big guy on that defensive line and offensive line for East.
And it goes without saying, but if East is going to come away with the road victory, they have to stop Spira, and they can't allow the Yak to raise up or even yards after contact. They got to make their tackles.
2nd and 12, quick throw left side. has a completion of Bouchard. Bouchard into Sachem East territory.
Bouchard, the unsung hero this year, big-time playmaker, and It's funny because Coach Caputo said they want to get the ball into his hands right away, and that's exactly what they did. Second play from scrimmage. Good screen here, and you get a good block in there as well. Coming up the far side by number 11, Jonathan Giroulo, and the rest of the cavalry is there.
Here's another pass right side, this time going Licata, and he's got Licata for completion.
Well, it really helps when you got these two-sport athletes and college commits in there. Licata, the LIU lacrosse commit, along with Henry Sorrow, and the Lax Bros making a couple of catches for LaRocca.
Pick up a 4 on that play. He's going to bring up a 2nd and 6, down to 10:30 left in the opening quarter. Spread formation this time for LaRocca with 4 receivers in the game. Spira to his right. Hands off Spira. Looking for room. Looked like he might have lost the ball there for a second, but he keeps it.
Yeah, he's got to cradle the rock there. Nice tackle on the inside by Alex Schneider, only a junior. And kind of similar to Martinez before. One of those guys that's just so tenacious, can get to the backfield. And I know that Coach Gambino is really happy with the production that he's gotten out of Martinez this year, as well as Alex Schneider, 2 juniors in good pieces for this defensive front.
No gain on that play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 from the 39 of Sachem East. 9:45 left to go in the first. No score. LaRocca works out of the gun. Quick throw right side. Nobody home. Well, actually, that ball is caught by Licata.
That's a pro-style throw right there because LaRocca was expecting Licata to be in the area. Threw it right away, trusted his receiver, who turned around, made a nice catch. Let's take another look at it. So check out number 4, right by the 40-yard line, bottom of your screen, turns around, gets right away, kind of waits for a screen, and then makes the catch after making contact.
Here's Sarro on the end around, looking for the left sideline. He's down the left sideline with a nice gain on that play.
Sarro's got a good first step, and this is where North wants to open it up and keep East defense honest, too. You establish a running game, it allows your passing game to open up, and they're showing it off through the first 3 minutes.
Got a flag that came in late. I think that's going to go on Sachem North, and I believe that's going to be a hold.
Yeah, holding penalties. I mean, that's... there's only so many words that you don't want to say to a coach, and holding is probably the biggest word out there, and that's always going to hurt your team.
Handoff Spira. Spira fights his way up the middle and picks up about 4 on that carry.
Spira, good vision, does a good job following the cavalry, sees the open holes, and averaging around 4 yards per carry this year. He's been efficient. 2nd
and 5 from the 25. 8:40 left in the first. High snap is pulled down. Handed off to Sarro with jet sweep motion on the right side, but he's going to lose a yard or 2.
Yeah, and he's going to lose a yard because of Braden King, 6'2", 220, the senior coming in. Can block and also can knock down the blocks. Doing a good job trying to take out this little bit of a late arriving home crowd.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the 26. Spira has room up the middle. Has a first down and more out close to the 10-yard line.
That's where you got to get the linebackers in right away, and Sarro does a really good Sarro does a great job going right up the middle, and Jake Spira, keep mixing it up, I apologize there, but Spira gets to the second level. Good job to move the chains.
1st and 10 from the 11. Here's Spira again, trying to soften up that middle. This time he picks up about 4.
Well, this is where, if you're North, just keep giving the rock to Spira. Force East to make a play, take the ball away, or make some stops.
2nd and 6. LaRocca tries to draw them off sides, and he does so. So we go from a second and long there to a second and very short. Going to take us down inside the 5-yard line with a 2nd and 1. LaRocca keeps it himself. LaRocca's in for the score.
Great job by LaRocca seeing the blitz coming. That's an option right there. We'll take another look as the home crowd loves it. But LaRocca really sold the play action there, optioned it to himself, and gets North on the board. Take a look at the pitch fake right here as he tries to fake it to Spira. The rest of the defensive line commits that way, and it's easy sledding for LaRocca.
Barker for the extra point. Sarro to hold. Extra point is up. It's good, and Sachem North leads 7-0. We'll take a quick break and be back with much more right after this on the Game of the Week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Barker to kick off. Sachem North's just gone up 7-0. 7.5 left to go in the first quarter from here at Sachem North. Mike Trezor, John Perez. Low line drive kick is handled by one of the upmen. That is number 18, Chase Reynolds, who corrals that one.
Could be a little bit slippery there for Reynolds, and a good job as he gets on top of it. Really good, efficient first drive for North as they came in right down the field, kept giving the ball to their backfield, and Spira, LaRocca, the other side. What I want to see now from East is how do they respond? Now 2-3 on the season, looking for their third victory. And who is going to be their quarterback down the stretch? That's a storyline that we talked about during our phone call with the coaches, and that's something that's going to play out here today.
Well, to start this game, it's going to be Ryan Lane, who's the senior. He is number 1. Started the first game of the season, was hurt, and then Ryan Pickersgill took over for him for the next 4 games. But Lane is back in there. Hands off on first down to Quinn Livin. Quinn Livin with a nice gain, pickup of 8, possibly 9.
And that's exactly the guy that they want to get the ball to is Quinn Livin. Doing a good job up the right side, and take a look at that right side of the offensive line. Couple of nice blocks over there by number 56, Frankie Colon, and Braden King, the tight end, moving the hole open. Protection's going to be an obvious point of emphasis for the offensive line, especially with Lane, who's as close to probably 70-80% if we had to guess right now, but they'll take a non-100% Lane over some other quarterback options.
2nd and 2. Lane works out of the shotgun. Hands off on 2nd down. Carry is by Logan Parati. Check it, it's Alex Schneider on the carry.
Well, one of the things that they really like about Parati is that he can be a Swiss Army knife and get up the middle. He's a really good runner, takes care of the football. And for East, they want to establish the running game early.
Parati came into this game with 24 carries for 169. Does have a couple rushing touchdowns on the season. So 1st and 10 for Sachem East. First drive on offense for them. They trail 7-0. Lane takes the snap, Quick handoff inside and a fumble. But Sachem East dives on it. Great job by Jack Martinez to recover that one. He's the big guy on both of those lines for East.
Yeah, really like the athleticism of Martinez, and his eyes opened up and said, oh boy, I better jump on top of this. And ball security, ball security, ball security. How many times have you heard coaches talk about that?
We've got a player down for Sachem East. We'll take a quick timeout.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
It was the center, Gavin Burns, who was shaken up. He gets off the field on his own steam. So Sachem East will resume this drive with a 2nd and 8 from the 49 of Sachem North. Lucky to keep that ball on that play, John.
Lucky to keep that ball, but now here comes the other issue is who's going to be that backup center. Right now they have Burnaby Lopez right behind him. So he is the center and has to do a job of holding the ball.
Lane hits Quinn Livin over the middle. Nice throw that time by Lane.
Nice throw and a nice catch to get an open space, and that's how you develop a little bit of a rhythm in the passing game. Nice snap there. First snap's always the hardest. Sold it on the play action because all they've done is run so far. And a quick dart by Lane. Nice catch.
First down for Sachem East, trying to return the favor. Sachem North scored on their first drive. Now they're out to the Sachem North 36-yard line with the 1st and 10. We're down just under 5 minutes to go here in the first. Battle of Sachem here this afternoon. North versus East. Brother versus brother. Father versus son.
Grandmother versus granddaughter.
1st and 10. Lane with a handoff. Parati, a couple nice moves and a gain of 7, possibly 8.
He's fun to watch. A little undersized, 5'8", 145, but can really move like a jackrabbit and does a good job cutting up the middle. Nice block by the offensive line. And you see that's Liam Thornberry, number 51, pulling over, opening up the hole, and allowing the 5-yard gain.
Sachem East looks to the sideline for the play. They've got it now. Lane has 2 in the backfield with him. Shifting on the offensive line. Pre-snap. 2nd and 5. Here's Parati. We've got a flag down on the play. And Parati has enough for the first down, but that one's coming back.
Yeah, probably going to be a hold against the East, which is not what you want to do, especially with the offense starting to find its footing. Just a backbreaker there. Let's take another look. Check the right side of the line. Yeah, a few candidates in there.
71, Jack Martinez was really pile driving 2 guys on that play.
Yeah, let's see, 51, and then and then that's also 56 in there as well. Frankie Colon, which is good to see him back out on the field.
So Sachem East behind the chains now with a 2nd and 14 from the North 40. Lane, quick throw left side, it's batted down. Rejected.
Well, they were coming on the blitz, and Jonathan Garalo comes into the backfield and right into the kitchen of Lane, doing a nice job to get his hands up, mitts up in the passing lane to bat it down, and that sets up a long 3rd down. Let's take another look. So you get the play action. Lane gets it out pretty quickly, but Garullo all up in front of him to bat it down.
Let's see if Coach Gambino is willing to try to take this in 2 different chunks right here with a 3rd and 14. Lane rolls out right. Now throws back over the middle. He is looking for Sinacor, but he can't find him.
Yeah, protection was breaking down on him, so he had to get rid of it pretty quickly. Sinacor usually has good hands, but just overthrew him there.
Now 4th and long coming up. Coach Gambino said about Sinacor, I knew he was good, but when I saw him play, he's better than good.
Yeah, and not just that, he also had a big game against Lindenhurst a couple of weeks ago in a 14-13 win, couple of interceptions, a punt block, as the special teams out now for East.
They will kick it away with Dom Marchito. Sarro stands back inside his 10. Sarro scoops it up and is quickly swarmed.
Yeah, first guy down the field, Frankie Mercado. Good athleticism, only a sophomore. And this is something like we saw flashes of in the first drive. When you make contact, you have to finish your tackles, and that's what a special team coach loves every single time. No big return.
So Sachem North will start from just outside that 20. We'll call it 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Well, actually, check it. It's the 13-yard line. LaRocca back on the field. 3:07 left in the first. Sachem North with the ball and the 7-0 lead here at home against East. LaRocca hands off Spira. Spira again looking for room, and again he doesn't find a lot.
It's a really good 4-3 defense by East. Does a good job getting to the ball carrier, and North really hasn't had many big runs. I think we got a downed East player on the far side, but doing a good job on the run coverage, and this is where, if you're Sachem North, maybe you flip it up a little bit.
We'll take a quick step away. We've got a timeout on the field.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Second and 10 for Sachem North. Martinez was shaken up momentarily after that first play of the drive for no gain. Quick swing pass right side to Spira. Trying a number of different ways to get Spira the ball here.
Yeah, you got to create your opportunities here. Throw it out into this flat. Spira's got good hands. And then trying to ride the block of Dwayne Dumpson, the junior, in front of him. Nice little pickup of 3 and textbook tackle by Sal Sinacor.
Sinacor, one of those two-way players on East. Pickup of 3 on that last play is going to bring up a 3rd and 7 as we tick down under 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Licata is the receiver to the near sideline, and we've got a timeout, Sachem. Sachem North, I should say.
So, yeah, talking over about the offense and seeing different defensive looks. East is settled down defensively, so good job there. And sometimes you just see a formation or you see something's a little out of whack. No problem calling a timeout, even late in the first quarter.
Yeah, you see Coach Tom Gambino's huddle. I should say Tony Gambino, first year. And he got the job a little bit late, John, which put him a little bit behind the 8 ball to start the season.
A little bit late. He got the job on Monday and had a game on Friday. So how about that? Imagine, hey, coach, you ready to go? Oh, yeah, no problem. That creates a whole ton of issues. You don't know your depth chart. You have an idea of who your starters are going to be, and you're also trying to piece together an offense and defense. Not an easy thing to do, and some coaches would come into this game winless. They've got a couple of wins, and their defense is clicking pretty good. Obviously, Gambino knows what he's doing, put a good staff around him, already took on some other coaches that had a wealth of knowledge, and you know what? They're doing the best that they can out there.
3rd and 7, high snap, pulled down by LaRocca, fires over the middle. He's got Licata. Licata out to the 35 with the first down.
Talk about threading the needle by LaRocca. Does a good job throwing it into a tight window, and Licata, who is screened on that, hauls it in, and that moves the sticks for North.
First and 10 North from their own 35-yard line. Handoff Spira. Again trying to pick his way inside and knocked down after a 2 to 3 yard carry.
I like what North is doing. They're picking their spots, but they're also softening up the defensive line for East and trying to keep a balanced offense out there.
Approaching 1 minute to go in the quarter. Rocket, 2 receivers to the near sideline, throws it right, has Licata. Licata gets away from 1, and nice tackle that time by Nick Piezzo, who had him by the legs.
Piezzo really good in the secondary, swapping between the safety and cornerback spot, but this is just another quick hitter, and he gets him blocked there. Big-time block by number 58, Dwayne Dumpson. Second big block of the drive for Dumpson.
1st and 10 now from the east side of the field. LaRocca, they've got heat on him. He gets away from 1, gets away from the second guy, and has Cirolo. Cirolo along the left sideline, out with a nice gain.
How did LaRocca keep that alive? That's one that you got to want back if you're East. You got to tackle the quarterback, but let's take another look at the rush coming in. Nice job to stay with them. Braden King didn't get fooled, but didn't complete the tackle. And then LaRocca gets around Alex Schneider. And a nice acrobatic catch by Garalo.
1st and 10 from the 31. Here's Speary. Now he's breaking tackles, and he's got another Sachem North first down.
Good job just cradling the rock. Spira, good first step. Showing off that speed and helping the offense in what should be the last play of the quarter.
Down under 10 seconds to go. North looking for one more snap. We're down to 3 seconds. They get it off. Pass to Sarro. It goes off his hands.
If he catches that, that's a touchdown, no problem, and a good way to end the first quarter for North. But that's not the way it goes, and we'll have a good competitive 7-0 game through 12.
We'll take a quick step away and be back with much more right after this.
She said she too young, don't want no man, so she gon' call her friends and that's a plan. I just ordered sushi from Japan. Now yo wanna kick it, Jackie Chan. Drop top, how we rollin' down on call it South Beach. Yeah, look like Kelly rollin', this might be my destiny. She want me to, I guess dinner's on me.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Second quarter about to get underway from here at Sachem North. Mike Trezor, John Perez. Sachem North knocking on the door again. Spirit takes a hard hit over the middle.
Talk about knocking there. That's Braden King ringing the bell. 6'2", 220 of pure steel with the tackle. One more time for emphasis.
High snap pulled down by LaRocca, and King says, don't come around here no more.
Not just that, threw him like a rag doll.
3rd and 10 coming up, just underway here, second quarter. North on top of East, 7-0. From here at Sachem North in Lake Ronkonkoma. LaRocca 4 for 5 in the early going. Passes over the middle. He has Sarro. Spins out of a tackle and scores.
How about Henry Sarro, who embraces the contact and thrives on it? This is a seed by LaRocca, who does a good job selling the play action, rifles it, and then Sarro. This is where you got to tackle. East can't do it, and Sarro says, I've got reservations for 6.
Barker for the PAT. We've got a whistle before that can take place. Mike Stein is our referee, joined by Matt O'Brien, Jim Gallagher, and Paul Margraf here this afternoon.
So they decline the penalty, they'll keep the PAT. Some schools, when they don't have an efficient enough kicker, kind of like North has with Dylan Barker, they'll go for it.
Barker's kick is up. It's good. Sachem North on top of Sachem East, 14-0. We'll take a quick timeout.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Barker to kick off. Quinn Livin is back deep, along with James D. Low line drive kick. D lets it bounce into the end zone. I think he thought that ball was going to bounce out of bounds.
You know what? It's not the worst thing in the world if you know that the team that's kicking it off is not in pursuit of it. That is a live ball, but of course once it touches the end zone. You know what? It's beneficial either way because you take over at the 20-yard line or a flag is out and you get better field position.
So Sachem East going back on the offense. They've had limited success up till this point. But again, Ryan Lane, their senior quarterback, just getting himself back into the flow of their offense.
Getting themselves back into the flow of their offense, but now Ryan Pickerskill, their backup quarterback, starts out wearing number 2 in white. So we knew that Lane was going to play. We didn't know how long the leash would be. Turns out it's only a quarter, and we'll see if they sprinkle him in throughout the rest of the game. And now here's a
they
Wildcat.
go for a Wildcat with Quinn Livin. Player in motion is D. Quinn Livin trying to pick his way right side. Spin move, and then he's dumped. Good tackle that time by Sean Marks.
Sean Marks with a suplex. Good build right there, and that's how you tackle. Put that on the tape.
So now, as John mentioned, Pickersgill, the junior, is taking over at quarterback. Pickersgill 15 for 24 passing for 132 yards so far this season. 1 passing touchdown, but 2 picks.
Has a good IQ. Gambino says that he's a natural quarterback and sling it, but now ranging out wide again.
Quinn Livin works out of the Wildcat. D in motion in front of him. They try the middle, and nothing doing right there. Quinn Livin on the carry.
Good job by East not selling out. North not selling out. As you take another look, and the protection just not there for Quinn Livin. And first guy in there, Nico Valenza.
D was trying to get a block, but couldn't get in front of his guys, so it's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 13 now for East from their own 16-yard line. 2 receivers right side. Long pass by Lane. He's almost picked off.
Great coverage down the field by Jake Kuhlman, who's having a great year in the secondary. Can either be a corner or a safety, going stride for stride with the East receiver to bat it down.
So quick 3 and out for Sachem East, as they're going to have to kick this one away.
I'm interested to see what their drives are going to be going forward, especially if they're going to incorporate Pickerskill. Is he going to start throwing the ball? Is Lane going to have RPOs? It can't be as predictable, or they don't want to be as predictable, so be something to watch.
Paolicelli is their punter. He gets off a nice kick. It's fielded at the 50 by Sarro. Sarro trying to lose a couple guys, and he's out close to the 40, where Sachem North will take over.
Yeah, Sarro, good athleticism. He picks up another 10 yards, just had the 13-yard touchdown catch, and short field for North.
So we talked about Coach Tony Gambino having gotten this job a little bit late. His brother, Tom, is on the Sachem North staff under Dave Caputo.
Tom, a great guy, did a good job last year, the head coach of the baseball team, falling to Connecticut in the county final, having some really good experience there, and they're going to be a fun team to watch. But obviously his mission now is to get LaRocca and the rest of this offense moving.
1st and 10, Sachem North from the East 41. LaRocca's got the heat on him, has to get rid of it sooner than he wants. He's going for Bouchard, but he can't get it to him.
Yeah, and that was Vinny Babino, the senior, coming in on the blitz. Look at number 16, bottom of the screen, basically untouched. And if it wasn't for a late block by the halfback for North, you're looking at a sack right there.
Babino has 2 sacks on the season. That was almost number 3 for him.
Helps when you've got LaRocca. He's got a quick trigger and can get the ball out quickly.
2nd and 10. Spira gets away from King, but can't get away from Frankie Colon, who dumps him down.
Not many people can with that 6'3" frame of Frankie Colon. Went down a little bit earlier, but good to see him back in there and making an impact against North.
Pickup of 6 on that carry will bring up a 3rd and 4. Down to 8:45 left before halftime. Sachem North with the ball and the 14-0 lead. LaRocca, quick throw left side. Has Bouchard. Bouchard at the 10. Cuts back inside, and he scores.
Bouchard, like a corkscrew, doing a good job carving through the secondary, and from 35 yards out goes up 3 scores.
Bouchard heading to UMass to play some lacrosse next season, but he's playing some football here this afternoon.
You know what? Might have to moonlight in track and field, too, showing off the speed.
Barker for the PAT. Kick is up. It's good. Sachem North on top, 21-0. We'll take a quick timeout on the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Barker to kick off. Sachem North just gone up 21-0 here at home against Sachem East. That kickoff does go out of bounds, and Sachem East is going to get nice field position.
It's a good start, good field position. They got to find the end zone. They got to get a semblance of offense, especially if they're going to start sprinkling in Ryan Pickersgill. You can't just have him go out there and then line up wide for the Wildcat and every play. You want to see a little bit more creativity from East if they're going to try and come back in this game. They got Lane out there for now. Lane was pretty good throwing the football before, had some good protection. And let's just see where they roll here. I thought they actually played a pretty good first quarter, just wasn't able to find the end zone.
Lane back in there at quarterback, works out of the shotgun on 1st and 10. Quick handoff to Parati. Parati picks up 6.
Mentioned too, Parati, good speed. Can really slash a defense. And a nice block from behind by Braden King. And a few extra yards thanks to the block by James D, number 7. Always great when your wide receivers buy into blocking, and D is one of those guys.
Parati came in with 169 yards on the ground this season. 2nd and 4 from the 40. Quinn Livin in motion. Ball comes out, and Sachem East able to dive on it.
It's always one of the tricky things about the Wildcat. Not sure if we have another look at it, but it looks like somebody might have gotten in the way of the snap. Yeah, so Lane was expecting the pop pass. Quinn Livin wasn't, and good thing Lane was on top of it. Just some of the rust, too, Mike, when you've got a quarterback that hasn't played in game speed in quite a while.
It is an issue when you have multiple guys in motion, including the jet sweep guy, the motion guy. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Again, they're back at the 40. Guys shifting on the O-line. Lane, nice pass, left side, has King. King, the tight end, has a first down.
It's really interesting when you look at the makeup of Suffolk County football. A lot of teams will have players listed as tight ends, and that's just because maybe they catch a pass every once in a while. But King's an integral part to this offense. Does a good job getting into open space, and the tight end moves the sticks for East.
Braden King, a senior at 6'2", 220, picks up the first down on that play. 1st and 10 from the 46, under 7 minutes to go before halftime. Got a flag coming down as Parati carries for a first down, but I think that one may come back.
Yeah, it should be coming back. It's going to be a hold against the offense. We'll just wait for confirmation from Stein. That's what could hurt drives, especially with Sachem getting a nice catch and run from King.
Was a nice carry that time by Parati, as you mentioned, an undersized kid at 5'8", a $145, but quick and has some moves in there.
Yeah, might have to start eating his Wheaties too, or just waiting for the growth spurt. Sometimes people are just late bloomers, but has the football skills, has the athleticism, and once he grows into his body, he's going to be a great football player.
1st and 20 now from their own 36. Sachem East having a tough time sustaining drives here in this first half. Lane looking to throw, and he's picked off by Girallo. Girallo down the right sideline, still going. Cuts it back inside the 10.
Great awareness by Girallo. Wasn't fooled on the play action, and then when you throw into a tight window, that can happen. Girallo with a nice pick. Almost a pick six, if not for a touchdown-saving tackle from East. Look at this. Elaine is scanning, sees the pressure coming, and then Girallo out of nowhere steps in the passing lane that was intended for Quinn Livin.
Not a deep drop that time by Lane. He was right in back of the line of scrimmage, and that might have caused his inability to get that ball where he wanted it.
That's true. Protection was breaking down a little bit, but that's one of those where if you're a safety or in the secondary, you're watching the quarterback's eyes, and it's easier to pick it. You're right. He doesn't get too far back. Actually steps into his own pocket. And, yeah, that's a nice job by Girallo, watching his eyes and getting the INT.
Takes a nice shot at the end of that play, too, from Unverzak, whose dad is on this coaching staff, former NFL player.
Yeah, great to see him there, and a lot of fathers and family members coaching their sons on the team this year. It's a special thing.
He gets it down block. Yep, he gets it down block.
Nice run from Sorrow, yeah.
On the carry.
Gamble just got to keep coming there. Not a bad job. Not terrible.
Picks up 6 on that play.
Oh, yeah.
Under 6 minutes to go before halftime. Sachem North looking to extend this 21-0 lead.
Yep.
2 in the backfield this time, flanking LaRocca. High snap, LaRocca pulls it down, rolls left. Gets it off just before he's tackled. Touchdown to Bouchard.
Great job on the run. LaRocca's not an easy guy to tackle. Stood behind the line of scrimmage. And when a play's broken down like that, you're putting a lot of pressure on the secondary. You have to guard Bouchard. East couldn't do it, and Bouchard hauls it in.
What toughness by LaRocca. He had a defender on his legs and still was able to get that one to Bouchard for the score. Barker for the PAT. Puts it just over the crossbar, and that Sachem North up 28-0. We'll take a quick timeout.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Quinn Livin and D are back to take this kickoff from Barker. Sachem North up 28-0. 5:19 left before halftime. Mike Trezza, John Perez here on hand with our T&D Sports video crew to bring you this one.
Mike, if you're looking at all the boxes, North has checked them. East has a long way to go, but it could all start now. Still a lot of game left, and want to get that offense flowing.
First thing you want is a good return on this play if you can get one. Here's D. Straight up the middle. From my mouth to James D's ears.
I'm going to start playing the lotto. You got to give me some numbers on that one. Nice job on the return and a short field at the 45. A lot of time left in the second quarter. You've got your timeouts. But just look at the speed of D up the middle. I want to say he got some good blocking, but the athleticism, too, did a good job helping. So there you see the first line of defense, four-man blocking crew. And you know what? That's textbook special teams right there. Nice job up the middle, and then D with his athleticism, able to squeeze an extra 10 yards out of it.
At least I haven't called him James Dean yet, which I was pretty convinced last night I was going to do.
Well, still a lot of game left.
1st and 10 East from their own 44-yard line. Now it's Pickersgill back in there, a quarterback for East. Quinn Livin in motion. Pickersgill trying to pick his way, and he gets blasted.
Joe Gambardella doing a good job not falling for the fake and sticking with Pickersgill. I mean, you don't have to give a lot of motivation to defensive players to knock down a quarterback, and that's exactly what Joey Gambardella did.
Pickersgill more of a thrower than a runner, and they tried it with him, and Gambardella was not having it. Loss of 4 on the play will bring up a 2nd and 14. From their own 40. Parati tries the right side, and not a lot doing for him.
Biggest issue is when you're down 4 scores and you are more tilted towards a running offense is that the clock's going to continue to wind down. And most teams would get into their 2-minute offense, try and get a couple of scores before the half, or at least try and get on the board. But East having a tough time against the front line for North.
Nico Valenza comes up and really gives him a pop on that play.
Valenza's a really good nose guard, number 64 in black, someone who can do a good job getting to the backfield, and with a young center that East has can maybe force some bad snaps, but a whistle before and a timeout.
2nd and 14. We've got a timeout. We'll take a quick step away on the Orlin and Cohen Game of the Week, also brought to you by Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster. Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle.
3rd and 14 for East. Pickersgill looking right sideline. He just throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, tried to hit his receiver Sinecor in the post pattern, and there's not enough real estate there. But first time that we saw Pickersgill air it out.
So East is going to have to get rid of it again. Palicelli is their punter. Stands back at his 26-yard line. He'll kick it to Sarro. Gets off a high, booming kick. It's fielded by Sarro. Sarro about 7 yards on that return.
Good return for Sarro. Looks like we have a down north player on the other end of the field. That's Jonathan Garalo, but Sachem with 3:30 to go, and just, you know what, if you're north, you want to try and put this game on ice if you can early on, set the momentum, and try and pick up the W right away.
And speaking with both coaching staffs this week, they both said, they made it clear to us, John, we'd rather all still be one district. And Coach Caputo really, in essence, said it stinks that we have to even play this game.
I'm with you, and I know that that's how many feel around the area here, and unfortunately that's way above my pay grade. I think this would be a fun amalgamation or a fun team to combine together, and maybe you're looking at a team that's up in Conference 1 with big numbers, and you're taking the best. I know that they do that sometimes on lacrosse. There's other teams in Nassau that do that, but, that's something that both teams certainly want, they pine for. They all live with each other. You've got families at other schools. You're right. I know that it's a sentiment, and I'm sure that that's something that will be discussed in the near future.
We've got much more action coming your way over the next couple weeks. Next week, it's going to be East Hampton, who's been a real surprise in that Suffolk County Division III, traveling to Sayville to try to do what very few have been able to do, and that's knock off Sayville. That's going to be next week. We're off the week after, but once November starts, we'll have much more playoff action coming your way. Right now, it's 1st and 10, Sachem North. LaRocca surveys. Now lets it go deep, looking for Bouchard. He's got him! Bouchard inside the 15.
You know what? When you're up big, you can air it out like that. LaRocca to Bouchard has been a fun connection so far today. Great protection. And Bouchard with the speed, able to slip past the secondary for a huge gain.
Bouchard had a touchdown of 28 yards against Pat Med. Almost had a much longer one right here.
Yeah, it started at the 37. He gets dragged all the way down towards the 15-yard line, and a big play there.
We've got a player shaken up, and we'll take a quick injury timeout.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
First and 10, Sachem North, and LaRocca draws them off sides.
LaRocca brings so much to the table. He's got the veteran poise. A hard count always helps too, and has been the complete package so far. And I'll tell you what, Mike, watching LaRocca in person has been a lot of fun. He's got a good pocket presence, has a good arm. Haven't seen him really run the ball as much. I'd suspect that the lead continues to grow. They're going to keep it on the ground, but good connection with Bouchard too.
And it's so important when you can get that kid under center for multiple years, especially here in the bigger conferences.
100% too, and you get a chance and a nice feel against other top opponents.
Here's Spira. Spira driving toward the goal line, then is pushed back by King and others. Mercado also in on that stop.
Spear is another player to watch and a fun player to watch, but not many more games left. Obviously the senior, but leaving it all out on the field.
LaRocca, as we mentioned, just a junior, but in his second year as a starter. Here's Spira. Spira stopped behind the line. Ball comes out at the last minute, but I think Sachem North got it back. Luke Watson, one of the guys in there on that play on defense.
Officials blew that dead right away. LaRocca got lucky that he didn't get upended there, because let's take another look. Spira's running. Is he down by the time the ball comes out? The ball's out before he goes down. Fortunately, LaRocca picked it up, but luckily he didn't get rocked himself.
Cologne and Watson combined defensively on that play for East. We're down to a minute and a half left in the second. Third and goal from the 6. LaRocca looks around, lets it go left side, and Bouchard drops it.
Well, I guess Bouchard's human after all, too. That's one that he catches 9 times out of 10. Probably just one of those cases you take the eye off the ball and you're thinking ahead before the play actually develops to you. He does everything right here, and he could waltz into the end zone if he makes the catch. Take a look at number 3. He's alone. I'll take my chances, Bouchard 1v1 against a couple of those secondary men.
Good job by Sarro. He knew exactly when to start blocking on that play for Bouchard. So now we'll go for a field goal with Barker. Barker puts it up. He puts it through. And Sachem North is on top after that 26-yard field goal. 31-0. We'll take a quick break.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster. Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Barker to kick off. Quinn Livin is back to return, along with Sinecor this time.
Got to get a healthy return here. Got to find a way to get some points on the board before the half and build some momentum as you get ready for the third quarter.
Line drive kickoff is fielded by Pitako.
Oh boy, what a big hit there by the special teams unit for North. Doing a good job getting to the ball carrier. Gambardella with the hit stick. And that one rode up on Babino. And Gambardella in there with Spira with a hit stick.
So now Sachem East is going to start 1st and 10 from just outside their 32-yard line. They'll have a minute 8 with which to work. Quinn Livin is going to work out of the Wildcat here, it looks like. Takes that low snap. Looks for room along the left side. Doesn't get a lot. Picks up 2, possibly 3 yards.
Yeah, good job galloping ahead by Quinn Livin. That's what they want to get out of the Wildcat. If you can continue to chunk up yards, consider that a success.
Pickersgill back in there at quarterback for East. East has not been able to get a lot going here in this first half.
No, and a lot of that has to do with the defense and the defensive front. There's an interception already by Sachem North, and they do a good job of finishing their tacklers.
Not sure what the delay is here.
Well, they just kicked somebody out. Let's see who. But who's the player that got, I don't know, sure if we had. Got a replay on that last one. Maybe it was, let's see what we got here.
Looked like there might have been some extra action at the bottom of that pile, but nothing egregious that I can say.
No, the officials are a lot closer there. I'm sure they heard a few things.
First and 10 from the 48. There's Quinn Livin out close to the first down for Sachem East, but under 40 seconds left in the half.
Good tackle by Licata. Quinn Livin, not an easy guy to bring down, but brings a burst of speed.
Under 30 to go. Quinn Livin trying to drive it right up the middle, and he stopped short. Pickup of just a yard on that carry.
Yeah, play blown dead right away, and East is going to take a timeout and talk it over. Try and find one more score before the half.
So we talked quite a bit about the storyline with Coach Gambino getting the job late, his brother being here on Sachem North staff, and Coach Gambino of Sachem East also coached Dave Caputo when he was playing here at Sachem North.
Not just that, they won a Long Island championship back in the 90s together. There's a lot of familiarity between these two programs. Of course, they live in the same neighborhood. They grow up together. And I'm sure reliving the glory days. We were speaking to a few coaches before the game, and the North coaches were saying, hey, you know what? Gambino's one of ours, so it doesn't matter what he says or the game plan that's out there. He's Sachem through and through, and they'll be competitors now, and then after the game, we'll share a meal, drinks, whatever you have, and keep it close.
Well, in the meantime, Coach Gambino would love to get his team on the board here. He's got just 18 seconds to do it, so they're going to have to move with some alacrity here.
Yeah, got to start moving, got to start throwing it out there, too. We haven't seen East take a deep shot at all with either Lane or Pickersgill as they keep Quinn-Livin out there for the Wildcat.
Quinn-Livin moves up toward the line of scrimmage. Low snap. This time he's going to throw it. He's got King. King is at the 10, cuts back inside, and King is in for the score.
How about that? And that's what Gambino was talking about the entire week with his OC, Tyler Collins. Open up the playbook, show some creativity, and that's exactly what happened there. First pass for Quinn-Livin to Braden King, 44 yards to the house, and that could build some momentum for East as they get ready for the second half.
31-6 our score. Paulicelli is on for the extra point. Sante Steban to hold. Kick is up. It's good. East is on the board. 31-7 North on top. We'll keep it right here for the next 8 seconds of this half.
We were talking about King earlier, and, you know, like we said, there's a lot of tight ends out there that are good blockers, but they narrowly get thrown to. King's an integral part to this offense for East, and when he gets into open space, you see the athleticism there, putting it on full display. Can East build that momentum going into the second half? And that's going to be something to watch, especially when you're down now 31-7 as opposed to 31-0. So if you're East, you look at it like this. Last drive, you held North to a field goal. Good job. Good field position on the kickoff. You're able to score a touchdown. Look at it through the scope of that. You're not going to have a 30-point touchdown out there. Just continue to step up defensively. Try and find some holes on the Sachem North defense when you're on offense. And who knows? Still a lot of game left.
And when you're on D against that Wildcat, you want to show. You want the other team to show you that that kid who's running the Wildcat can actually put that ball in the air.
100%, because if he doesn't throw the ball, then you know he's going to run. You could send the house right after him and force East to go after your defenders and try and make some blocks. So you're right. You're right there. You got to see Quinn-Livin start to air it out, and that's what he did on the last play.
Sarro and Bouchard are back to return this kick from Paulicelli. Actually, it's Marchito to kick this one off. Marchito sends it on the ground. Scooped up at the 25. And it's returned by Spira across the 35.
Well, you do one of two things here if you're North. You throw the Hail Mary or you take a knee. And you say, hey, guys, we're up 31-7. Everyone's still healthy. Good first half. Let's make some adjustments and try and blow the doors open in the second half.
Down to just 3 seconds. I think Coach Caputo will elect to kneel on it right here. Get his boys into the locker room.
Yeah, that's exactly that. It's kind of like the intentional walk in baseball, right? I guess you don't have to knee down. You can just signify there. East agrees to it, and that's the half.
So we're back with some halftime coverage right after this. Sachem North leads Sachem East 31-7 on the high school football game of the week, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Ladies and
gentlemen, let's hear it for your Station North Varsity Arrowheads and your Arrowhead Birthday Dancers. Great job, ladies.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning. What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster. Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle. So you can feel better, faster.
Welcome back to Sachem North High School here in Sachem in Lake Ronkonkoma, New York for our T&D Sports Video High School Football Game of the Week. Mike Trez on hand along with John Perez. And there you see on your screen assistant coach Anthony Gambino here at Sachem North and, of course, his brother, Tom Gambino, the head coach out at Sachem East.
A lot of football knowledge. Nice to see the two of them here as well. And I think Mom Isabel in the crowd, too, with a divided jersey. We got to find out where she is. I think she's hiding over on that east side. But, you know, this is great to see two brothers battle for against each other.
Let me straighten that out, John. I messed that up. Tony Gambino is the head coach out at Sachem East, and his brother, Tom, is one of the assistants on Coach Caputo's staff here at Sachem North. You see the two of them on your screen. As we mentioned, this rivalry pits brother against brother, father against son, and it was really just a neighborhood battle.
It's a neighborhood battle in two schools that obviously know each other very well. There's a lot of mutual respect, a lot of camaraderie, a fraternity, and perhaps this is a game where North and East, when these guys graduate, you know, bragging rights are on the line and you reminisce about your glory days. There's nothing better than playing high school football. A lot of players will say that, even the multi-sport athletes. There's nothing like a Saturday afternoon or a Friday night playing football with your buddies.
And as you mentioned in the first half, of course, Coach Tony Gambino of Sachem East now, he coached Dave Caputo, Sachem North's head coach, when Caputo was a high school kid. And as you mentioned, they actually won a high school. They won a Long Island championship together. Yeah,
which is something that you're never going to forget. All the way back in 1996, this is a North program that hasn't had a lot of success as, say, other programs out there. Last time that they won was in 2013. But I feel they got a team that can make some noise. Obviously, a close loss to Floyd. Ward Melville tough game, but if you get them again, they're feeling good about their chances. And you take care of business here today, you take care of business over the upcoming weeks, and put yourself in a position to recapture glory.
Number 7, Dylan Barker, kick off for the Arrows.
Dylan Barker will kick it off to start the second half. Quinn Livin and Sinacor are back deep. This time Sinacor may get a chance. He scoops it up inside the 10 and is upended.
We got to see that.
Bouchard.
I shouldn't laugh. That's not nice. It's somebody's son. Bouchard does a good job getting down the field and then just going in low for the tackle. Good thing that Sinacor is okay after this one, but that's a bruising tackle that Bouchard and Sinacor both won't forget.
Sinacor, not a big kid at 5'7", 145, but can do a number of things for Sachem, but he got the worst of that collision with Bouchard. 1st and 10, Sachem East, just underway here, third quarter. East trails on the road here at North, 31-7.
It's really a road game for both of these guys and both of these teams.
Yes, it's just a short road. Run up the middle. Good gain this time by Alex Schneider, who's now involved on the offensive end.
Alex Schneider's a good back. We didn't see a lot of him in the first half as he's trying to muster the run. We'll take another look. Good protection left side of the line for East. As he's able to cut, knife through, and secondary couldn't handle him. Big gain.
We've also not seen Chase Reynolds, who's been involved in the backfield the last couple games, but haven't seen him back there yet this afternoon. Now Reynolds is in there. Again, the play goes to Schneider.
Yeah, going back to the well, ran about 6 yards just to get one positive yard going forward, but maybe you soften up this front line for North, and then what that does is it could open your passing game. Sachem East getting on the board on a Wildcat pass, and they want to get their quarterbacks in a rhythm throwing.
Pickersgill is the guy who's back there now. He's got 2 backs on either side of him. Claps the hands, takes the snap. It's Schneider who tries the right side. Good stop by.
Yeah, that looked like it was Gavin Nuzzi in there who did a good job getting the tackle and completing it. Gavin Nuzzi, only a junior, a good part of this Sachem North core.
Unverzakt also in there on that tackle for Sachem North. So this will bring up 3rd and long. Now might be a good time for Pickersgill to see if he can air it out here. Takes the snap, hands off left side, and they've got that play bottled up quickly. It is Mercado on the run.
Number 23, Evan Traiola.
But Evan Traiola doing a good job getting to Mercado there. Traiola, another player that the coaching staff is really excited about, moves well, can get to the backfield. Good man in coverage and shows his tackling ability to send out the punting unit for East.
Marchito is the punter. Stands at his 22, ready to kick to Sarah. High snap, pulls it down, no problem. Gets it away. And it was actually Vladkin back there to return. Vladkin had no interest. We'll take a quick step away.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
1st and 10, Sachem North from just about midfield. Handoff on 1st down to Alfonso, looking for room in there, and he's pushed back for a loss of a yard.
Yeah, it looks like Caputo's emptying the bench. He's got his backup quarterback, Kareem Chekhali, out there, the junior, wearing number 10 in black, and I think he liked what he saw in the first half. Don't want to run up the score if you don't have to, but also you get your subs in there who are bringing it every day in practice and looking for an opportunity out there to show some good tape, good faith, and force the North staff into a tough decision. If they play a good second half against East, impress their coaches, maybe they get a little bit more run, especially towards the playoff pursuit.
This time it's Jose Ruiz who takes the handoff, and no, actually, check it, it's Alex Dominique. He swarmed over.
Yeah, Dominique has good speed, but like we said, going against the second stringers, East's defense just gets in there, and a nice job to blow up the hole right there by Matthew Perkins, the senior.
So Coach Caputo with the luxury of getting some of the backups in here early in the second half. As you mentioned, you want to find out who that next big running back, who that next quarterback in the lineage might be.
It's not just that, too. It's also what happens if a player goes down, who can step in, and a lot of players don't have that experience. So this is a grand opportunity for a lot of those second and third stringers to play themselves into a spot.
Alexander gets spun around and knocked down, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, every year we see in the playoffs and the teams that end up getting to the finals and winning championships are the teams that are deep because they can play players at multiple positions, and they could also go down their depth chart, and I think that that's something that North is trying to find out.
Fourth and long. Licata's in there to punt, something he hasn't had to do very often today. Licata gets away a nice kick. Quinn Livin standing back, but it'll never get there. Comes to rest just outside the 20.
Yeah, nice job on a 30-yard punt. And we'll see now defensively who comes in, and same message there. You want to establish yourself defensively. Maybe you play into different packages. You never know when your number is going to be called down the road, and you always have to be ready.
So Sachem East back on the offense now. Pickersgill back in there at quarterback, and he draws them off sides.
Yeah, good hard count there, and you get Sachem North to bite. And you know what? If you're Sachem East, you have to be chomping at the bit here. And you're saying, okay, well, yeah, we're down 31-7. They put their second stringers in. Let's go at them. Let's get a couple of touchdowns, force the starters to come back. At that point, they might be a little bit rusty, and you have a chance at a comeback bid.
Handoff right side. Not a lot doing there as the ball carriers stop behind the line. Dominique playing both sides of the ball now makes that tackle.
There's Coach Caputo down there, and he's got to be happy with what he's seen out of his team so far, and takes the headset off, and like we mentioned, now he tasking the rest of the staff to keep an eye out, see who's playing well in the second half, and maybe change things up.
Pickersgill zips one. Looking for Sante Esteban, but that ball goes off his hands. Pickersgill hasn't had many chances to throw the ball, but he had an open receiver on that one. But Esteban could not hold it in.
I feel like since the first quarter, it's been an equal opportunity offense. Second quarter, that's when they put Pickersgill in, tried the Wildcat as well. And so we didn't get a chance to see a lot of Ryan Lane, who's making his return since being injured back in week 1. But he was pretty efficient in the first quarter. But ultimately, it comes down to North and how they were able to score on their first 5 drives from scrimmage.
Chase Reynolds on that last carry, not able to pick up the first down. So Marchito is in there to kick it away. Marchito has to get on the run to get that one off. It bounces just inside the 40. And that's where Sachem North is going to take over.
Good job by Marchito. I mean, let's take another look at this. Here comes the pressure, as that's Charlie Curtis coming in pursuit, and then has to get it off because North is trying to cut down the angle. So a good job not taking the sack and sending it all the way up the field.
1st and 10, Sachem North. We're down at 2:04 left in the third quarter. Comfortably in front of their crosstown rivals, Sachem East. Imagine that a district that's big enough that if you split it in half, both teams are still Division I. Usually when you split these districts in half, one goes in D2, one goes in D3.
That's a good point. I mean, look around Suffolk County, right? Hills East and Hills West. The Smith towns are divided.
Handoff on first down. Trying the right side this time is Alfonso. Alfonso with a nice gain down the right sideline.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about here with Alfonso. Show the tape out there. I'm sure Alfonso every day after practice says, what do I need to do to get more playing time? And then he gets the opportunity and doesn't squander it, enough to move the sticks at a big, healthy gain.
Again, Coach Caputo looking for that next Singleton, who was the featured carrier here for 3 years in a row.
And it could possibly be Javon Alfonso. He's only a sophomore.
Alfonso trying to bust it out wide, and instead they bust him down. Good coverage that time by Brian LaPiccolo in there on the stop.
Brian LaPiccolo as well as Vashon LaPalmer, the senior. Let's take another look as they try and go wide. And the first man in the backfield, like you mentioned, LaPiccolo, and then DePalmer. Nice little two-man game.
As they said in that movie, I love Brian LaPiccolo. We'll step away and be back with the fourth quarter right after this on T&D Sports, brought to you by Orlin Cohen and Rockline Wealth Management.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster. Not feeling the love after your last tennis match? We've got specialists for that. Running for the train, derail your knee? We've got specialists for that. Diving after that grounder, leaving you grounded? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Start of the fourth quarter here from Sachem North. Mike Trezor, John Perez on hand. Sachem North comfortably on top of Sachem East. Sachem East 31-7 as we start the fourth. Here is Alfonso again. They string out the play nicely, and they bring him down on the right sideline.
You know, Alfonso has the tools. He's got the speed. I want to see him go more north and south. Doesn't have the tool set yet. He's only a sophomore to expand the field. If he runs right up the middle, I'm sure he gets a couple of more yards in there. When you go out wide, you're inviting more defenders there that can catch up to you.
Ben Parsons now getting some run on defense. He makes that last stop for East. Third down coming up. Alfonso trying to pick his way. Not much there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
And see, there's not much there, but for a team that, in the playoffs, you want to establish the running game. If you're getting 3-4 yard chunks, that's exactly what he can bring to you, Alfonso, and doing a good job going right up the middle. Don't have to do too much. You don't need a 20-yard run every single play.
Charlie Curtis got a nice block on that last play for North in the middle of that play. 4th and 9. Coach Caputo is going to keep the offense out there. Alfonso loses the ball, and it's scooped up. LaPiccolo just knocked out of bounds inside the 10.
Boy, I love LaPiccolo now, too, after that pickup and almost the score. Nice job getting down the field, and that's going to help, like we said. Everyone's playing for something, and LaPiccolo all alone to pick it up, and how about showing off the speed, too? That one comes loose. Nice job by Piezzo to open it up, and then LaPiccolo in a foot race.
LaPiccolo at 5'7", 160, a little undersized for a linebacker, but again, showing good athleticism on that play as well as decent speed.
Yeah, no, great to see out of him. And remember, he's only a sophomore, too, so wait till he hits that growth spurt. I mean, how many of these kids come into high school, they're at 5 foot, and then senior year, they're 6-footers and even taller and more athletic.
Pickersgill works out of the gun. Hands off to Schneider. Schneider thrown back. No gain on the play.
Good job by Sigler on the tackle, getting to the ball carrier.
Coach Gambino told us Pickersgill is a throwing quarterback. Let's see if he puts it up right here. Instead, he hands off Schneider, trying to bust it outside, now trying to cut back, and he's inside the 5.
I'm with you. I want to see him throw the ball. You got nothing to lose here. He throws an interception. Okay, you're down 31-7 anyway. Try and build some confidence for Pickersgill.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Sachem East looking to get on the board for the second time here this afternoon. Pickersgill will work out of the gun. One back to his right, one behind him.
Oof.
Schneider gets blasted. Good work along that D front.
Yeah, that's Thomas Cerrito, the junior, in there, doing a good job. One of the 2 tacklers in the backfield. Constantino Gonzalez in there as well. It's a nice job by Cerrito and Gonzalez throwing up the brick front.
Gonzalez comes up and really gives him a belt. 4th down. 7.5 left to go in the game. Pickersgill still working out of the gun. Takes a low snap. He'll take it himself, trying to string it out, and he's in the end zone for the score.
Well, you knew he had the athletic ability. He's got the legs, does a good job on the sweep and the score for East.
Good blocking along that front. That play seemed like it was taking a little bit of time.
Well, and on those formations, too, North is expecting the run and the handoff, and this is the first time that he keeps it himself, so doing a good job to catch the defense and then waltz in.
Marchito for the PAT. PAT good? 31-14. We'll take a quick break.
What's your vision of retirement? Does it involve traveling the world? Or maybe spending time with family? Or even just relaxing, knowing that you're financially secure? Whatever your dream, having a financial plan in place can be key to making that a reality. At Rockline Wealth Management, our team of fiduciary financial advisors has over 55 years of combined experience helping clients build out and implement financial plans up to and through retirement. Our team tailors each plan to the unique goals of our individual clients to help them make informed decisions as their life goes forward. We provide personalized strategies to help our clients navigate the complexities of retirement planning, including building out a financial plan, estate planning reviews, tax planning, and investment strategies. Helping you to define and find your freedom in retirement is our goal. So let's get planning today. Schedule your free consultation with one of our fiduciary financial advisors by giving us a call at 516-605-1624 or by clicking the link below. Thank you very much and have a great day.
(31-14), under 5 minutes left to go in the game. Sachem North leads at home against crosstown rivals Sachem East. Mike Trezza, John Perez on hand, along with our T&D video crew, best crew in the business.
Here, here. I think this is just going to be placed there. You know, we saw before with the non-kneel down at halftime, both coaches agreeing that you didn't have to actually go through the kneel down to wipe off those final 3 seconds. I think this ball is just going to be spotted at the 35-yard line as you take a look in the huddle for Sachem North. And, you know, they have to be happy with this victory looking ahead, right? They're at Longwood and then against Central Islip. Longwood right in front of them in the standings, both of them at 3-2, and then Central Islip at 2-3 this week. Of course, Central Islip trying to get to 500, but those are some pretty big games, and you want to get as high a seed as you can. Want to try to avoid Floyd or Ward Melville before you have to play them.
Dominique with the carry, a little spin move, picks up maybe 3 on that carry. And that's one of the advantages, John, to knowing the other coaching staff so well, is that you can make those agreements that if the game does get one-sided, you can dispense with some of those formalities.
Not just that, too. You are also getting a chance to practice what you want to practice and get players out there that can get the opportunities to play. And just good to see by both coaches coming to an agreement.
Second and 7. As you mentioned, Cheek Howley is the backup quarterback. He's been in there the last couple series. Hands off on second. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Let's take a look, John, at some of the other action happening around Division I here in Suffolk on this Saturday. No games last night, everything this afternoon.
No games last night, had the SAT, so you want to make sure that everyone is ready to go. That's the most important thing, the student and student athlete. Games around. Last time we heard, we got to check with the wire services, but Floyd with a 1-point lead over Ward Melville at the half, and then Longwood against Whitman. Obviously, this game, Brentwood at Central Islip, Bayshore at Lindenhurst. That game started at 3, and then Pat Med at Riverhead. So a full slate of Division I games today, which is good to see because the players from last week, if they played Friday night, they get an extra day off. If you just played Saturday, then you have your regular 7-day respite as well.
Dominique and Alfonso both getting some action, some good action with carries here in the second half. So 4th down coming up for Sachem North. Again, they'll most likely kick it away here. Let's take a look at some of the upcoming action we'll have coming your way here on T&D on the 24th. East Hampton makes that trip west over to Sayville. And we've got playoff action we'll be announcing over the next week or so.
And that announcement will come, of course, on the YouTube channel, social media channels. Be sure to follow on T&D Sports Video.
Around the left side goes Shikali. Flag coming in late on this play. We'll check with Mike Stein, our lead official, what this penalty is. He looks like he's pointing on East's way.
I think that's just for bookkeeping services. I think both teams are ready to put the hay in the barn. Well, a nice job by Sachem North today as Mr. Luke LaRocca doing a good job. 3 touchdown passes, 2 over to Lucas Bouchard. Barker with a 26-yard field goal. Nice defense and a 31-14 win for North in the local rivalry.
31-14, our final score. Let's take a quick look, John, at the way it unfolded.
Yeah, it started off with a 2-yard touchdown run from Luke LaRocca, and then back-to-back touchdown passes. LaRocca goes to Sarro for 13 yards, and then Bouchard from 35, and then hooks up with Bouchard again. Barker with a 26-yard field goal, and then on the other side for East, their score coming from Quinn Levin in the Wildcat, a 44-yard touchdown run, and then James Pickersgill put a bow on it to make it a 31-14 final.
So that's your final score from here at Sachem North. Once again, our final score, Sachem North 31 and Sachem East 14. Our producer-director of T&D Sports is numero uno, Tommy Bruno. Our technical director, Jamie the Genius Burkhardt. Our camera operators, Dave Camera One Stempel, and the Kanga, Christian Rue. For everyone here on our T&D Sports video crew, including my partner, John Perez, this is Mike Trezza thanking you for watching. We'll see you at Sayville on Friday night.